things. That's crazy. I really that I didn't know. And you know what's it was crazy. I didn't want to touch on this, but ever since this whole like George Floyd thing, like my mind has been opened up to like a lot of things that I didn't even I was like oblivious to that's inherently racist. I don't even know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Like when I started rewatching shows, I was like, oh shit, oh my god, like there's a lot of like innuendos in here that I didn't even notice, or you know. And the thing is, like, I'm from Jamaica, so we don't have like racism there or whatever. Like, because I mean, majority of the country is black. We have classism. So when I moved, like, I never really saw. Well, we learned about it, like American history in school and everything, but coming here, it's just like you kind of get like caught up you kind of get caught up in society, so you can't the same thinking that you had in Jamaica, you can't really have it here. But and if you had asked me what I thought about the issue back then, um I would have said like I would have said like I'd have been like, oh yeah, I don't know what you're talking about because I was so oblivious to it. Or I'd have said some stupid shit like, oh yeah, I don't see color, like I only see people as human beings. And I honestly, in some aspect, I do, because we're all human beings. It's just that um, our culture and our society have driven wedges between people, and I feel like that's by you know their own doing. It's human beings, because a baby isn't taught to be racist. It's your home environment and society that teaches you to be racist or to be prejudiced. So yeah, coming to America, and like even like picking up I guess girls and everything like that here. I never thought about, oh, does this girl like black guys? This girl this. I was just just talking to girls. I never thought about that ever. And with this new thing, that's I guess it's just opened my eyes and everything. I'm just it's just a long spiel I'm going on, but I should I even say this? I remember I went to a frat party, right? And I saw the Confederate flag, and I have seen I don't think I've ever seen the Confederate flag. I maybe saw it once in like a Kanye video, but I never really know or knew what it meant or looked at the history. And I was around, and when I saw it in the house, and there was like a bunch of kids that obviously didn't join that fraternity. Um, they saw the Confederate flag in the house, and they were like, "Oh my God! Like, what's wrong with these guys? These guys have a Confederate flag here." And I was like one of the two or three black guys that was there, and I I I never thought about I never thought about that. I never even knew what it was. I didn't know anything about it. Um, so I just went along with it. I think they even left because they were kind of like so offended. And I think it was either it was an Indian, I think it was an Indian guy or Arab guy, and uh he was with like two. I think he was with probably like an Arab girl and an Indian girl. I don't want to, or maybe I don't know. It wasn't too long ago, but like I can't really remember because it was a drunk night. You know what I mean? And when he said, I was like, oh, I mean, why is he so offended? Like it's just a flag. And I remember I saw him because this is a dude that I met there, and I saw him um the day after, or in like the Monday. The party was on Friday. I saw him like on a Monday. It was a toga party too. It was crazy. Anyways, I saw him on a Monday, and he goes, he was like, oh yeah, yo, dude, you're at that party, right? And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about rushing that fraternity. And he goes, oh, And he looks at me like, and he was like taken aback. And he goes, he was like, oh really? Like he was surprised. I was like, yeah, yeah. I mean, I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, dude. And I think he was with the same girls that were, at a party. He was like, oh, dude, like, didn't you see like the Confederate flag there? I don't fuck with that shit. And I go, well, I was like, oh shit, I don't know. And that's all I said. And he was just like, oh shit. He's like, and then he goes, okay. And shit, like I never knew what it was. I didn't know the mean. I didn't even bother looking it up. I was just in my own world, just didn't give a fuck. I was just trying to get decent grades and get girls and have the best experience I could have. And yeah, just looking back, I was so naive. Like I didn't know anything back then. I didn't know. You get easily manipulated. And these guys really, when you're rushing a fraternity, I guess there's many. I'm sure, like any black guy that was in a fraternity could, if he really thinks back, he could name plenty instances where people were, racist or acted in a way where it's if they're supposed to act that way now with everyone having their like third eye open, it won't really fly. You know what I mean? Well, I'm sure it's still happening. Like, oh man, I don't even want to get into this. There's so much that, like, looking back, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. But this though, this the N word. Like, I knew, man. I knew the historical. Like, you'd have to be a dummy to not know, but to not know that. But I guess another time I'll talk about it. I didn't even want to get into all that stuff. I was just talking to my boy about Stranger Things and everything like that, and just brought something up. But yeah, like uh, I ended up, yeah, I even ended up rushing. I ended up rushing the fraternity, bro. Like I couldn't. Yeah, I ended up rushing the fraternity, and yeah, I mean, I guess the fraternity wasn't like, when you call it a brotherhood, it's supposed to be like close knit. Well, there's like different like subsectors. There's like different groups and stuff. So that group hung out amongst each other. They kind of socialized with everyone else, but they kind of didn't at the same time. And I had my own, I guess, clique in the fraternity, and I guess the fraternity became after when I joined. I guess they realized, I don't know why. I think there was one other or two other black guys, but I guess I don't know. I don't want to say it was me, but when I joined, it, and people, I guess, people that look like me or like saw that I was in there and like how I spoke to them and everything. It wasn't like how everyone else did. I guess maybe they were inclined to join. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. But when I joined, a bunch of other black dudes came in, and we're cool. We're cool. We're cool. But I never really thought about any of that stuff before. But a lot of dudes would, test you sometimes, or stuff would slip, saying the N word, and it it's kind of crazy, because I live with these guys and they're kind of at home. They feel comfortable, and you could tell that they say it all the time. Like I'll be in my room, and the Kendrick song that plays. There's like, man down, where you from, my? They'll pause it and say, nigger. I was the only black dude in the house, bro. Crazy. Anyways, My name is Blaine KPXTO. Keep pushing and take over. I didn't want to end it like this, but I decided to say it. Yeah, so peace out. Much love. And do I have anything else to say? Do I want to say anything else? I think I pretty much summed it up. I'll bring it up if anyone asks me, though, like in the future. But I just want to give you guys a very is this even the right word, multifaceted? I just want to give you guys a very wide view of the topics that I can talk about or will. But this is not something that I really like talking about, to be honest. But if it comes up, I have no problem talking about it. Anyways,